Hey, and welcome back to Brad Tragic TV. And as you can notice, it's time. My wife is away. If you're not sure, you're not understand what I'm talking about is, every year, like once or twice a year, my wife goes away to Indiana to visit family. Here I am. You get to see my beautiful face. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So anytime I'm not on camera and you can't see me, it's probably the best. So anyway, here I go. For the time being, you can see my beautiful fridge behind me and my washer and my sink over here. Yeah, and my kid's bike in the back because I had to bring it in from the van before they left. Anyways, on to the good stuff. Total Wrestling Madness here is what I'm going to be talking about here on Brad Jeddick TV. And basically, I want to talk about WrestleMania 30. It's this coming Sunday. But I want to talk about the matches that we are most important getting ready to. And I'll talk about the other matches too, but I want to talk first about the three matches that everybody's excited to see. And I want to explain that because if you want to break down all the matches of WrestleMania 30 currently, because I'm sure they'll probably add a few, because what I see down there, it's like, good lord, there's got to be more than that at WrestleMania 30. I mean, if that's all they have, then it's going to be a shitty pay-per-view because, unless Dana Bryan's going to put on like a freaking 25-minute clinic with freaking Triple H, which I doubt it. Um, it's, I hope to God, like, the Under Giant Battle Royal didn't go like a 100 hour and a half or something, because I'd be like, Jesus. Not even the Royal Rumble takes that long. So I'm hoping it wouldn't be, it wouldn't take that long. So they'll probably throw in some, like the IC title match maybe or something in there. So I'm not sure what they're going to add. But I want to talk about the matches that we're most excited to see. There we go. I'll get the grammar right in a second. So I think the one match that everybody is looking forward to is the one match that everybody's probably puts at the top of their list is the Undertaker Brock Lesnar match. Um, People may argue that that one and Triple H and Daniel Bryan are the big ones that they're excited to see. But I don't think anyone would probably say that, yeah, I'm looking forward to Randy Orton versus Batista because you don't know who's going to be in that match. But still, the uncertainty of that, that kind of hooks on to the Triple H Daniel Bryan match where it's like, yeah, that's exciting, but still, like, what's going to happen between Undertaker and Brock Lesnar. They're going to put on a good show. And that's going to be a great match. So I'm not even going to include the world title match. I'm just going to include the three matches building up to that, because we don't know what match that is, so we can't really predict anything. I'll make my predictions later on though. But Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, and it would be Triple H and Daniel Bryan, and I think Bray Wyatt and John Cena. And I think people may be more excited about that more than they are Daniel Bryan and Triple H. But, I think those, well, I don't know, that's kind of stupid. I wouldn't say that. No, I probably got them in the right order there. Because nobody gives a shit about Randy Orton and Batista because nobody wanted to see that main event match at WrestleMania. That would be stupid. So it's like, and I kind of thought about that. It's like there ain't no freaking way they're going to let them headline WrestleMania because that's just ridiculous. They're going to do something. And then we get the news about the triple threat match happening where the uncertainty, like, you don't know who's going to main event WrestleMania. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Definitely going to be history in the making there. That we've never known the main event of WrestleMania 30. So that's pretty cool. With that being said, let's go into my predictions, and I'll start at the top, or I'll start at the bottom and work my way up. So we get the pre-show, and we get tag team titles on the line. It will be, I'm trying to see if I can remember this. Tag team champions. Who are the tag team champions? Usos. There you go. Which is stupid. I don't understand why they got the belts already. Justin from the Trio Show mentioned this, like that they shouldn't have dropped the belt. They shouldn't have got the belts until WrestleMania and had a big match with Outlaws and them. But evidently they had they had a bigger deal waiting in the wings to make Yoli to make the Shield baby faces evidently. So that's why they went this direction. But it doesn't really make any sense to me. I mean, they could have did it with somebody else, but I guess they'd already made Outlaws kind of like the corporate bitches, so that's the way they had to go with that. So we get the tag team champions Usos defending against Los Matadors. Who's picking Los Matadors to win the belts? And if they win the belts, I'm gonna freaking go slap Vince McMahon because that's just ridiculous. Whatever. I know who they are underneath, but why would you make them the Los Matadors? I don't get it. I don't get it. I hope they just unmask one day and just say screw it and shed the gimmick and go back to what they were. It's like, what the hell? And maybe they will someday. They'll just go take it off. They get the Real Americans, and then they get who else? Oh, Ryback. Oh. And I don't know. I think I'm kind of torn between Ryback and the Real Americans, but I think either way, a heel team is going to walk out with the tag straps. That or the Usos will walk out with the belts. But I think what needs to happen here is the Usos need to retain. But in the back of my mind, it's like, no, they're going to drop the belts to somebody, and they're going to have a feud, with the heel tag team, whoever wins. I think I'm going to go with the Real Americans here, though. I think it's their time. I think they've shown that they are, pretty awesome. But then again, in the back of my head, I'm like, well, yeah, that's great. But I think that they're ready to get broken up and go on their separate ways. So I think Ryback might actually be who's going to get the belts, or who's going to maybe leave like a lasting impression in the tag team match. And I would move on to have them, have a feud with Usos, whether they win or lose, the belts or not. That that match will probably move forward and go to Extreme Rules, and then we may see the breakup of the Real Americans here, with Cesaro turning face and Swagger. I don't think Swagger could turn babyface. They tried that; it didn't work. So I think it'll be Cesaro to turn babyface, and then Swagger turn heel, and maybe it'll happen in this match. Los Matadors is just in the match, so sorry, fellas, unless you guys take off your masks in this match. Which would be stupid because you were just like the guys like 2 years ago. So I don't think it would really be like, and then we got the Shield versus New Age Outlaws and Kane. I don't know what the point of this match is, but I missed, I guess, some stuff about this feud. But I mean, I picked the Shield. Why wouldn't I pick the Shield? It'd be kind of awkward to have the other team win. I don't know what the whole purpose of the storyline is, though. To turn them babyface, though, like, the Shield's going to win. Maybe if anything happens in this match, if Kane and them wins, then the only thing that I can say is Ambrose turns against the Shield and joins the, I want to say the corporation so bad. He turns corporate or something like that, and he goes with them. And he's like the maniacal guy that ends up being like the henchman of the whole group or whatever. But that's the only thing I can see is if Ambrose turns on Rollins and Reigns and just leaves. Because I mean I think Ambrose is outgrowing the Shield anyway. I think they've all outgrown the Shield, to be quite honest. I think they're all ready to go their separate ways. But I think they still need them together right now to have that moment. And I don't know when that moment's going to be, but I could probably see them winning. And if something happens, like I said, Ambrose will turn on them, and that's probably what's going to happen. I'll pick the Shield winning. Like I said, there'll probably be a swerve, but who knows. The Diva thing, whatever. I don't know. AJ's probably going to lose the belt. I heard a bunch of this crap about it's because CM Punk left, and she's still dating him, and it's probably something to do with that. They're trying to screw. They're taking care of him. It's kind of like when the Clique left and Triple H got all the crap. This is like CM Punk left, so AJ's getting all the crap for him leaving. So she's probably going to get beat. I don't know who. Probably one of the Bella Twins, just because evidently they're going to push them, which makes no sense. I don't think they have any talent in the world, but whatever. I'm just not a big women's. None of the women, like, intrigue me. Lita intrigued me when she was a wrestler. Sable, even at times, she intrigued me as a wrestler. Trish Stratus, I was never really behind Trish Stratus, really. Who's the other one behind back in the day? But I mean, lately, I like Caitlyn. I wish they would have did something with her, but evidently they're not going anywhere with her. Every girl I get behind, they just take a big crap on. So it's like, I'm not really a fan of the women's division because I can't get behind anybody because all they want to do is get behind, the plastic women that, whatever. It's like, that's not what wrestling is about. And it's like, until they get past that, they're not going to get a good following in the Divas division. Because the Divas division is stupid. They're women wrestlers, okay? So that pisses me off when they call them divas. It's like, what the fuck ever. It's like, I'm a wrestling fan. I don't like this crap, so I'm not even going to acknowledge it. So who cares? I like AJ. I actually do like AJ. So if she keeps the belt, that would be epic. I think that they should do that. Let her have that moment, and but let her like just get the crap kicked out of her. You know, let that be her punishment or whatever for being CM Punk's girlfriend or wife or whatever she is to him. Stupid. Anyway, bunch of crap. And I don't like the Divas division. Like I said, until they stop screwing with it and have a person actually hold the belt for a long period of time, which I think AJ did, but just because I thought she was injured a while back, and then now it's just like they won't do anything with her. Like they were gonna put it probably on the Funkadactyl girl, which she may win too. Who knows? I just don't care, to be quite honest. Then we have the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. I have no idea who's gonna win this. All I can say is just from an obvious point of view, you know, maybe. Big Show wins it. Stone Cold supposedly just announced on the website. I just seen when I popped it up a second ago right before I started this video. Andre the Giant, he's back. Stone Cold. It's gonna be at WrestleMania. There's 3 spots left in the Battle Royal. He's probably gonna be in it. I don't think they would have a win. Why would you have Stone Cold win the freaking Andre the Giant Battle Royal? If they're going to use it, they're going to use it to probably push somebody. So, or give it to the Big Show. Just because. You know? I don't think it's going to, like, enhance someone's career by winning the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. It's just going to be a big pride, you know, and they're going to get, like, probably a trophy. Yeah, they are going to get a trophy. That's what they showed. So it's just like, whatever. I don't think it's going to be something, you know, that, you know, it's like, you're going to get a world title shot. You're going to get an IC title shot. But they could end up doing that, you know. Hey, you get an IC title shot, you know. But I think the Big Show, Mark Henry maybe, Ryback, if he's in it. I don't know who's all in it. I think Ryback might be in it. I was hoping Ryback was in it, but I don't know if he is or not. Mark Henry's in it, I know. I don't think The Miz will win. The only thing I wanted to say about the whole Battle Royal thing is that back in the day, I can't remember which one it was, 3, 4? They had about, I think it was 4. They had a Battle Royal when the tournament thing was going on, and I believe, Fly, sorry. That Bad News Brown won the Battle Royal, and Bret Hart came from behind, because I think he did like a double cross. They worked together the whole entire Battle Royal. They got to the end, and then Bad News tossed him over. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So if something like that happens, and The Miz is maybe working with the Big Show, and somehow he's able to get, you know, Big Show out of the ring, or something like that happens, you know, and the Big Show comes in and smashes the trophy, and, you know, and, you know, it'll be like basically the whole thing redone over again. So, you know, I can see that happening. Oh, God. Wow. John Cena, Bray Wyatt. Wow, where do you go with this? The whole thing I can see about this is if they're going to give Bray Wyatt his moment, well, that was going to WrestleMania, but to me, it looks like what might end up happening is Cena, you know, wins the match. I think Cena will win the match here. I don't want to have it. I want Bray Wyatt to win. I hope Bray Wyatt wins, but in the back, I just know what they're going to do. They're going to book John Cena to win. So, you know, if they book John Cena to win, great. Maybe afterwards, have like some kind of funky ending to the match where Bray Wyatt, you know, carries John Cena off and with the sheet mask on or something, or they just carry him off, beat him up and carry him back to the back or something. You know, this would be a good time to do something like that. And have him beat John Cena up and carry him back, and that's the last time you see him until Raw. You know, next week, the next night on Raw, and then you could build up to the Extreme Rules match between them, because I don't think the feud's going to be over with at WrestleMania. They're going to drag it on. It's going to go to Extreme Rules and probably have to blow off at SummerSlam. That's what I would see, unless they're going to push it to be, you know, like, unless they're going to have him, you know, John Cena getting a world title picture again, then, you know, he'll probably face somebody at SummerSlam. It seems like every year John Cena gets involved in SummerSlam in the world title match. Go back like 2 years. It's been like 2013. I think this year he wasn't in it, I don't think. But 2012, it was against CM Punk. 11, it was, I think it was CM Punk again in 2011. So, like I said, it was kind of crazy. It's like, what are they? I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass, probably. Anyways, I pick John Cena just because the booking decision. I want Bray Wyatt to win, but I don't think it's going to happen. Daniel Bryan, Triple H. I want, like I said, I think everybody wants Daniel Bryan to win, but I'm not going to pick him because I don't think it's going to happen. I think the ultimate picture that WWE wants is they want the Evolution triple threat match at the end of the night. So I'm going to pick Triple H is going to win here. It's going to be a good match. I mean, it's going to be a hell of a good match, probably, most likely. Daniel Bryan's in the match. Triple H, Triple H doesn't wrestle very often, so if he's going to go out there and put on a match, it's going to be one of the best damn matches he's probably ever had, especially with Daniel Bryan. I mean, think about two of the guys you can think of in this business. It's like in the WWE that in wrestling, period, that could put on a match. Daniel Bryan's one of them. And Triple H knows how, to work a crowd, and he has those moments where you're like, whoa, yeah. And he can sound pretty good. I mean, if you go back to all the time, he put over The Rock, he put over Austin, he put over Mankind, he put over Mick Foley, whatever. He put over Undertaker. He put over all these guys. Even Shawn Michaels. He put over all these guys and made him look like $1 million. So if you think that he can't put over Daniel Bryan or can't put himself over in this match or put Daniel Bryan over enough to make him look really, really good, and then at the end, pedigree, boom, done. Triple H goes on to face. And the thing about this, though, I hope it goes on for a little bit. But the whole thing about it is, this is what makes me odd about the main event because I don't know what's going to happen. Is I think Triple H is going to win here to have the big match at the end of the night. But I'll get to that in a moment. Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. Undertaker. Who would bet against Brock Lesnar? I don't think that anyone's going to end the streak before Undertaker retires. And I think this would be a good time for Undertaker to win and then right after the match, announce his retirement. I think that would be a good way to end WrestleMania 30, or him come out on Raw the next night and announce his retirement. But who knows? I mean, I think it would be the perfect way. His last match is at WrestleMania 30. That'd be an epic way to kind of go out. And if he announced it like at the beginning of the night, that would be tremendous. If hey, I'm gonna fight my last match tonight, Brock Lesnar, so I'm gonna go out in a blaze of glory, or something like that. Or they make it like a no disqualification, which would be awesome too. And they could end up doing that. And then we get to the main event. What's going to happen? Evolution, triple threat match. And I'll talk about if Daniel Bryan wins, well, what would happen then. If Daniel Bryan wins, I'll talk about that first. If he wins, my prediction is going to be kind of skewed because I think no matter what, I'm going to peg Batista to walk out the World Heavyweight Champion. I don't see any other way. The only other thing is Randy Orton walks out the World Heavyweight Champion. So I don't see that third participant coming in. I don't see them winning. I don't see them winning at all. If they're going to go all the way and they have Daniel Bryan do that and win, it's going to be a shocker to me because I just don't think it's going to happen. I think Batista will walk out. But I think if Daniel Bryan makes it to there, something will happen in the match to cause Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton to go at it. And that'll kind of set up like a number one contender kind of thing going on in Extreme Rules. And it'll kind of maybe blow up until SummerSlam, and then that would be, whoever won the series, which probably would be Daniel Bryan, would go on to face probably Batista, or whoever the champion is at the time. But I think Batista would probably do the match at SummerSlam. He would probably hold the belt until SummerSlam and then drop it to whoever's facing. And then, he'll probably disappear to go do a movie. But, I think he'll be around for a little bit, but who knows? He may just be there for WrestleMania and be done. But if Triple H wins, I still see Batista walking out with the championship, just because he's not going to be there very long, and it's something new that we've never seen. And if he ends up coming out and being able to have a match with the Big Show at Extreme Rules or something, or Ryback at Extreme Rules, it would be awesome. But I think the one match that they're wanting to do, and this is a big deal because it's something that just kind of clicked in my head, so I wanted to bring it up, is they made a point to have an altercation between Batista and Brock Lesnar. Think about that. They had a point And if you think about it, who would be the one man to have a match? Because Brock Lesnar, remember this, he doesn't fight all the time. He isn't in the WWE all the time. He picks his spots when he wants to be here and when he doesn't want to be in the WWE. So, to say that, I think Batista will walk out the World Heavyweight Champion at WrestleMania. No matter what, I think he's going to walk out. Because it's either setting up for a feud with Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton to continue their feud, to finish it off, to have a final blow-off, you know, at either Extreme Rules or, I think, what is after Extreme Rules? I don't even know. Anyway, whatever that pay-per-view is, to have a blow-off at one of those pay-per-views, be done, and then to go on to face Batista. This is where I think that Extreme Rules and the pay-per-view afterwards, we're going to see Batista versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and I think it's going to be boom, boom, and then we're going to have that. Now, the thing that I'm worried about is I hope to God that they don't drop it to Brock Lesnar. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that they're going to put on a hell of a match, and if he does drop it, then at SummerSlam, he'll drop the belt to Daniel Bryan, which, if some people were thinking, it's like, but if Brock Lesnar faces Daniel Bryan, what kind of match would that be? But you have to take this into consideration, too. CM Punk had a match with Brock Lesnar, and it was epic, you know, it was pretty awesome. I don't remember who won that match. I think Brock Lesnar won that match, I think. But in the end, you know, it's like, wow, you know, it was a good match. And to think Daniel Bryan can do that too. He can put on a hell of a match. And if he goes in there with Triple H, just think what he could do with Brock Lesnar. I mean, I know the style that everybody's saying it's going to be clash, you know, the MMA fighting style and the wrestling style. But I mean, if they wanted to do that kind of a match, they could. They could do that kind of a match where, you know, they're wrestling a lot, because Brock Lesnar is a wrestler. He's a pure wrestler, and he came from that, you know, and they could go to that. So, in hindsight, my prediction for WrestleMania, I'm going off on the whole big spiel, is Batista walking out the champion. You know, I don't see it any other way. Because what, and if anybody watched the WrestleMania 30 press conference on WWE, and if you haven't, go check it out. It's pretty cool. Batista's hilarious on there, by the way. But he mentions that I had time between movies, so that's why I came back. And he said his home is always WWE. But the thing about the movies is what makes me think, I'm like, they're going to give him the belt. Because there's no reason why they would just bring him in, put him in the main event, and have him lose. It's like, why would you do that? The only other reason why I could see is what would happen is Triple H wins the belt, or Randy Orton walks out with the belt. To set up, you know, a Triple H, or a Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton match again. Because, you know, maybe he earns the respect of Triple H at WrestleMania, and, you know, Randy Orton pisses him off at WrestleMania for some reason. Or, you know, he does something at WrestleMania to screw Triple H out of the title, whatever, and he wins. You know, maybe he RKO's Triple H, like, through a table or something at ringside or something like that. Something crazy, you know. And, you know, injures Triple H or something, puts him out of action, or makes him, like, have a broken arm or something, and pisses him off, you know, he walks out with the title. And him and Daniel Bryan have a feud, you know. I don't know. I think either way, this is going to culminate in Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton feud again. I know people don't want to hear that, but it's probably what's going to happen. Well, I'm reaching the 25-minute mark. That's a hell of a long video I didn't want to record. YouTube, get your video thing fixed. I really like that feature if it would work right. Thank you. Anyway, this has been Brad Tragic. Hope you like me, my comments. Subscribe down below. Like down below. Comment down below. Tell me I stink. Tell me I look like a dirty dog. Yeah, anyway. This has been Brad Tragic. Keep rocking.